Tell me about the first time you met Ken Shamrock.
I was really young, I was 16, and I just went in there and shook my hand and signed something for me, and that was the first time I ever met him. He was really nice.
He was nice?
Yeah.
When you first went into the Lions Den, what did you have to go through? What was your initiation? How did that work? What?
Tryout?
Yeah, how was your tryout? What happened there?
See, I had to do all kinds of calisthenics, 200 squats, 100 push-ups without stopping, all of it. That's where most of the people failed, and run a mile and carry people on your back and duck walk up a hill, all kinds of crap. And then I had to go back and wrestle and do takedowns with Mikey for 5 minutes, and then immediately switch to wrestling Mikey in submission for 5 minutes, and then Frank kicked the shit out of me for 5 minutes kickboxing.
It's a rumor, I don't know for 100% fact, but a lot of people say that it was kind of an initiation thing, and a lot of people failed, a lot of people succeeded. What made you succeed where other people failed?
Endurance.
Okay.
I knew ahead of time. I was with them for 2 years. I knew ahead of time what the trap was going to be, so I knew what to prepare for. And there's a lot of tough motherfuckers, man. There's a lot of, big dudes that just fail on something, and the minute you quit, you're done. So I've seen a lot of guys that would have made good fighters not make it.
Make the team?
Yeah, make the tryout. Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone that made the tryout never stuck around. So.
And that's considered the fight team?
The Lions Den, old school. Back when it was Jerry, Mikey, Frank, Pete, Vern, me, and Ken.
Okay. What was your most memorable fight out of the 16 or so fights that you've had?
The 6-second knockout would probably be the most memorable one.
And who was that against, and how'd that go?
It was against Matt something, and came out and kicked me, and I punched him in the face. And I had actually had a dream that God told me that I would get a knockout, like the fastest knockout record somewhere. I had a dream like that, so I gotta give that one to him because I dreamed it like about a week before it happened.
Really? Huh. Okay. What are your future MMA plans?
Go back out and fight.
Is there any particular individual you'd like to face?
Gomi.
Gomi?
Yes.
And why is that?
Brandon fought Gomi. Nick Hurley fought Gomi. Those are two guys I beat. I would like to fight Gomi as well.
Okay. A lot of people, there's kind of a negative image. I don't know if I want to say negative, but Lions Den has kind of lost its luster. And why is that, you think? I mean, why is Lions Den not the top-rated, high caliber type team that it was?
Because we were on top, and we were winning belts everywhere, and now people have been losing. People have been dropping off like flies, man. I think there's only, as far as I know, it's me and Guy and Vern and Ken and Trey, and Mikey's already told me he's not going to fight. I don't know about Jerry too much. Like, sometimes it sounds like it, sometimes it doesn't. I'm pretty sure Pete's done. And those are like all the people, Frank left a long time ago. Those are all the people that made me what I am. So.
Now, is Jerry Lander going to come back? I mean, do you know, or what's the story with Jerry?
He's teaching a class up there. He's got about 10 tough students that are all really badass, but they don't fight. They should. And I don't know, he's just hanging out. He's got a good woman and treats him well, and it's just, I honestly couldn't tell you if he's coming back or not. I really don't know. I hope so.
Where is he at?
He's up in Napa.
Tell us about the Ken Shamrock poop story.
One night, Ken was pretty upset, and Jerry and Vern and Mikey were all in Brazil still. It was right after Jerry fought Bustamante. And Pete and Frank had just come back from Japan. Both of them fought out there. And he came back and he was mad. He came in and he broke the computer and told me that he kicked the living shit out of me. Bottom line, he brought me here and told me he was gonna whoop my ass, and brought me in there and whooped my ass and choked me out, made me shit my pants. About 5 minutes into it, it was about 15 minutes long, and he I don't know. I told him, like, I shit my pants, dude. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. And he didn't care. He kicked the shit out of me for another 10 minutes. And then, but the one cool thing was I had a fight about a week later. It was my very first professional fight. And after he beat the shit out of me and did all that, which was kind of traumatizing, but then he came back in and told me I was ready to fight. And he knew I'd do well, so it was a traumatizing experience, but in the end, I guess the benefits paid off.
So you physically pooped your pants?
Yeah, I physically shit my pants.
And you continue to grapple with Ken Shamrock with shit in your pants?
He's done it to quite a few other people too. I ain't gonna name names, but there's about half the Lions Den guys out there who's done it too. I think I just am the one that admits it.
Now, would you call that tough love, or what the hell is that?
It's just the way he chokes, man. He squeezes you so hard with his legs when he chokes you. I mean, especially a little guy like me, He gets that forearm around my neck. What the hell am I gonna do? And then he squeezes my ribs, and when you lose consciousness, and like in Lions Den, when we get caught in chokes by each other, we don't tap. Because you fight your way out of it and get out, or you get put to sleep. So when you go to sleep, you lose a little bit of your body function. You just go out and he squeezes so hard right here that he literally squeezes the shit out of you.
And that's what happened when you grappled him that time?
Yeah. I didn't even know at first. I woke up and then we were wrestling for a minute and I couldn't feel it and got kind of cold after a while.
That's a little disturbing.
Yeah, it was disturbing. It was a traumatizing experience.
Okay. What do you think the future of the Lions Den is going to be? I mean, do you know what the future is going to be? Is Ken ever going to come back and teach the Lions Den like it was back in the old day, or what do you know?
I would assume that whenever Ken does retire, that no matter what he does, whether if he goes back to pro wrestling or anything like that, I would assume that. I mean, it's his passion, dude. He was making more in the WWF than he was for fighting. He came back to fighting because he likes to fight. That's his life. That's what he does. And I do believe he'll come back and. When he trains individuals, those individuals are badass, and eventually he will come back. I don't know, that's my prediction, but I mean, it's his passion, man. That's what he'll do for the rest of his life. He'll teach people how to fight.
Okay. And what's your future? I mean, what do you want to do? Do you want to be a fighter? Do you want to, I mean, is this what you want to do? You want money?
I want to train people. I want to train a shitload of people. I'm opening up a fighter house pretty soon, and I think I'd be a good trainer.
Okay.
I don't know. I just want to train and fight and see what happens.
Where are you going to open your fighting school?
In Livermore.
Okay.
I don't know, somewhere in the Bay Area, somewhere.
Okay.
Wherever I can find a cheap house.
What's your fighter school going to consist of? Is it going to entail boxing, kickboxing, grappling, jiu-jitsu? What's it going to?
Every drill I've ever picked up off of any boxing trainer, wrestling trainer, or I picked up things from all Lions Den guys. Obviously, I had that whole train. You got Ken and Jerry and Frank and Mikey and Pete. I picked up all of that stuff. Vern has been helping me a lot lately because he's the only one around. And I don't know, I picked off all of them. I had Maurice Smith to learn from, Kosaka. I had all kinds of dudes around me. Coleman came down for a while. It's going to consist of every single drill that I've ever learned. I'm going to make them do it at least twice a week. A shitload of boxing and wrestling. It's the only way to get your endurance up, weightlifting, everything.
Okay. How many guys would you like to have in your school or in your house?
Man. In the first house, I'm getting like a 4 or 5 bedroom. I'm going to pack them into the room. I really don't want to pack them too much deeper than that. Maybe, like the newer guys, I'll make bunk up or something like that, like 4 room, like the military. But I want as many as possible. I don't know. Right now I'll do that, and then if I get more than that, and I got people that stick around, because I know there's not going to be people that stick around. I know this. I know people will come, and I'm not going to make the tryout like a big hard thing like they did, because I told you I saw all kinds of people come through there. I knew were tough, and like I knew they could throw down. Like they just, you could just tell. You can tell when someone's really tough. But they just failed on physical things. The squats killed people, I don't know. But my tryout's going to be a month long, and all I'm going to do is make people drill. And I'm going to make them drill all day long, and just drill. And if they stick around through all the cardio and everything I put them through, I'm going to tell them, like, they have to finish what I tell them to do. They can do it as slow as they want, but they cannot quit. And if they quit, then they're out.
Okay. Why don't you tell us about the first time you ever met Mark Kerr? Tell us that story.
We had a manager named Free from Texas, and I went to Abu Dhabi, and Kerr was there, and Trey, and Jerry. I came with Jerry and Robbie, and Trey was already there with Free. They came from Texas. They were on the same plane flight as him. And And they're like, hey, you want to meet Mark Hurley? Come over here. They had Mark Hurley come up to me and it's like, oh yeah, nice to meet you. I don't know if I want to fight you or if I want to fuck you. And I was just like, it's Mark Hurley. They all got a kick out of that though. That was pretty funny.
Now, was he talking in a normal voice or was he talking in a homo voice?
No, yeah, he's got the homo voice down. He does it really. Him and Guy, they both are the funniest motherfuckers when they talk like a queer. It's hella funny. It's just like, it's the last thing you'd expect out of them, and then they're like, oh, stop it, yay. They just got it down.
Okay. Who, in your opinion, has been your toughest opponent to date, and why?
Nick Earl. Because I threw everything I had at him, and he took it, and he came right back and shoved it in my face, so I'd have to say him.
Nick Earl?
Yeah.
Would you like to fight for the UFC and Pride and or Pancrase, or who would you like to fight for? What's your future events and what's your future plans, and who would you like to fight for?
Yeah, I've been pulling it out my ass and taking fights on notice, and I just fight anywhere that someone will pay me money because I need it. But the UFC is obviously the goal. Pride doesn't really have lightweights, but if they ever did, I'd love to fight there. Judo, Pancrase, I really don't care, man. Just give me money. Just pay me, man. I got a kid to feed.
Okay. What about your last two losses? Can you tell us why in your opinion, you felt you lost? Why did that happen?
I lost because I got put to sleep, and I lost because the dude snapped my arm in half.
Right, but was it for lack of conditioning, or what was it?
Like I always say, no one knows what's going to happen in a fight. And both of those fights I took on 2 weeks or less notice. And both of them, one of them was, I don't know, Shaolin, I didn't know who he was. Like Ken just called me up and said, you got to fight. I was supposed to fight in the UFC, and it just didn't happen. Something went wrong, I don't know what happened. They were managing me at the time. They just told me I wasn't. I said, well, I quit my job and training for the fight. Then I go out, take off for 2 weeks, go and party because I don't have to fight anymore. And I come back from Tahoe, and Ken's, it's like a week and a half out from the fight. And he's like, I got you to fight. And went out, fought Shaolin. Obviously didn't do too well. The last one I just took because I'm really way behind on my child support. And I was supposed to fight for the King of the Cage, I thought, and it didn't happen. And I just took the other fight. It was for a belt too. I really wanted to, I don't have any 170-pound belts. I got middleweight and lightweight. I wanted welterweight, and I went for the WC belt, but it ended up bad. So.
Okay. Could you tell us about your last fight and the injury that you sustained? What exactly happened, and how long is it going to take to recover?
I honestly couldn't tell you any of that. When he got it, I don't know. I couldn't see my arm. I just heard it pop, and I couldn't dab because he was on top of my arm. Then he hopped over and broke it a little bit more. And I thought when he hopped over, I thought the ref was pulling him off of me, so I didn't do nothing. I just kind of sat there waiting for him to let go of my arm. Like he was up here, I really didn't expect anything. My arm was already bent. It looked like a key lock, but it was a hammer lock. It was twisted all the way up here. And I don't know, they snapped it some more, and I was like, all right. Hey, I don't know, it was bad though. The doctor said that my joint went right back into place, like the right way it's supposed to be. They said there's not too much cartilage damage or anything. I can move pretty good, but it's still, a couple months before I'm going to let someone start cranking on it again.
Okay. Is there anyone you'd like to thank?
My father, for being my father. He wasn't real supportive in the beginning, but he's come around and he's been really supportive, and Ken for starting it, and for teaching everybody that taught me and helping me out, and Jerry was my main influence and the main one that trained me, and Mikey for his wisdom and words, a lot of everything he says sticks with you, and to Vern for being my daddy, and I don't know, there's so many guys out there, but I just Pete, he was the one that never beat on me because I never had the rest of the heavyweight, so thank you, Pete, for not kicking my ass. And Frank was always really cool to me. He was the only one that actually took me out and partied with me a little bit, and left me a lot of clothes when he left. And most of all, and I don't want to degrade anybody by this, but Colt. He helped me in a time when I had no one to train with, brought me to a boxing gym, got me a trainer, made me learn how to box, showed me all his elbows you see me landing. He's the one that taught me that. He's the one that taught me how to knee people in the guts and knee them on the stomach and how to pound this living shit out of someone. So it's a Colt, Other than my father, you are the closest thing to father I ever had, and Bob